If you are over the age of 35, stop everything you're doing right now. After a lifetime of eating fatty foods, you may run the risks of a stroke or heart attack due to plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. To learn how you can reduce your risks, visit youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856 today. This may be a life-changing call for you or someone you love. Thank you, and we hope to hear from you.
Benny Lansbury was a young, poor African-American kid who inadvertently got caught up in the mob when he came to the aid of a mafia captain under the attack by a group of assassins. Benny saved the man's life, and in return, he becomes the head of the mafia's drug operation. Buy The House of Lansbury in the description box right now.
Yeah, I don't know either, man, but dope. I think a dope perspective that we gave on now. Let's talk about Polo G, man. While we're talking about this type of stuff, Polo G over the weekend, was arrested coming out of an album release party. Now his mother is his manager, and she had an interesting perspective. But I think let me go back to this because the crazy part about it was he was saying that he said the police officers told him that as soon as he got off the jet that they was on him. And then he goes on to pretty much say that they're playing foul in Miami, the shit like that for a minute. And then we see a lot of this, whether it be violence and, or these rappers being caught up, with drugs, guns. But it seems like now, and I forget where I seen it, but it was an interesting, I think, article where it said it had these rappers' faces and it showed these specific rappers are being targeted. I think that is all of them, to a certain extent, because it's when you're, a lot of these guys come out of the gang element, a lot of these guys come out of the projects, and then they strike it rich. And then you got to couple it with the fact that these guys are being studied for real. When I mean studied, the FBI, whatever entities out there is looking at these guys' lyrics, they're listening, they're following. It is no secret that the FBI has been surveillance in the black community probably since its inception. So that's no secret. That's not to be scared or spooked about, but they're trying to catch these rappers up. If you work for a law enforcement agency, your job is to make arrests. So if this guy's on there talking about stuff he did and this and that, all right, let's follow this dude around because they followed around Biggie, followed around Pac. They probably following around 95% of these rappers to see if they can dig up and find something on you and make that big arrest, get that big fish. Shit, I don't know if you've seen this, but a little off topic, the police that were going after NBA Youngboy, whatever, they dubbed the arrest Operation Never Free Again.
Yeah.
So tying all that together, you got Polo G coming out saying, look, all right, it's a little bit shady. And then when they arrested him, it was very sketchy on why he was arrested, and they set his bond and he made the bond or whatever. So what do you think about this? Do you think they may have been targeting him? Are rappers targeted? And how do you feel about the Polo G incident?
Not only targeted, but profiled and stereotyped. When you look at Polo G, no, my son, he put out a freestyle about a week ago on the Rough Riders joint, right? I think it was on, LA Leakers.
Dope.
And killed that shit. Did his thing. Jalen been listening to that shit every single day, wanting to show me every single day since the joint came out. Then he comes out with an album. What I say all that to say, the dude is hot right now. His name is hot right now. He calls the album release party in Miami. Obviously, these people are following social media, following trends, looking at what's going on in the city. Okay, he's a hot rapper. He knows that there may be potential violence or situations going on where we can target this person, that person, get this person, that person. This is a high action night for us. Let's go fishing. So he gets off the plane and they sitting there and they waiting for him because they know it's arrival time. They follow him. They doing this thing. They blah, 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 blah. Then they decide to go start fucking around. I say this to say that sometimes, and we don't know because I listened to a little bit of the excerpt of what his mother was saying, and she said that she raised two well-mannered young men. And not only was she worried about her son, Polo G, but her younger son, who was a minor, and they were keeping him against his will and their will without his mother being able to talk to him, have any conversation with him, have any proper representation with him, holding him without any conversation or any reasoning as to why she was concerned. When you look at all of this and you look at it's some shady shit. How can it be shady shit? It doesn't always attribute when you look at these brothers to gangs. You look at Polo G and you look at this and it's easy to stereotype them.
Right.
Because a lot of us come from these type of situations, but not all of us with dreads or tattoos or looking the side away come from these type of environments. And when you profile and you just go and fish, you get these type of situations. But it's no surprise that he posted bond. He bonded out and he's out of that situation. But it happens far too often.
even when you kind of you talk about your son and you talk about him listening to the LA Lakers freestyle.
Yeah.
Let's times that by maybe 1 million, 2 million people. It's influence, and they really kind of want to keep us in the state where, and this is just my opinion, that if one of these rappers ever, remember the word I said, influence, if one of these rappers ever, did or led a positive movement, not saying some of them aren't, I can't sit up here and say that because we got a lot of positive rappers,
right.
But if they ever led something, this shit would catch fire. Like the youth will be on it like fire. They pretty much follow anything these guys do. And I think that they, want to keep it to a point where they keep these guys jammed up. They keep us making this type of music and shit like that. Because a lot of these guys come out, they do come from the gang and shit in the ghetto, but they change their life around. They become businessmen, stocks, bonds, whatever like that. Right. So I think it's really, something going on to really kind of keep this thing. And it's always been this way. It's like there's nothing new. So hopefully, these guys listen and, take heed. I understand, though, that people want to continue. You want to make the music because you're from that element, and you, at the end of the day, you want to give people what they want. But just try to mix a little bit of the good stuff in there because you are influencing millions of children. That's
Indeed. All. And you're dope.
Yeah.
You're fucking
definitely.
dope, and it will come off, you know what I mean, a lot more profound and a lot more positive than you think. And for people that don't ride with you when you do it, fuck it, they won't ride with you anyway, you know what I'm saying? But salute to Polo G. I'm glad he's out, and keep doing what you're doing, young brother. You're killing it out here.
Word.
Let's talk about Prize real quick, man. Somebody we grew up on listening to. Fugees, man. He's into some real shit right now. Oh God. Now, Fugees co-founder Prize was charged with pressuring Trump administration to drop an investigation. What investigation, you ask? My God. Now, he is facing charges for allegedly orchestrating an unregistered back-channel campaign to influence the Trump administration to drop an investigation into people connected with the development campaign of a Malaysia development owner, according to the Department of Justice. Now, his name is Joho Low. He is 39, and he, as well as Prize, were charged over 2 years ago.
If you're over the age of 35 and over the years you've eaten pizza, dairy foods, deli meats, or meats with fat, you are likely to have some degree of plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. This increases your risk of suffering a stroke or heart attack exponentially, and no one wants such a catastrophic event to occur. Introducing Blackout. Blackout is made of all natural ingredients proven to help dissolve clots in the blood, remove calcium deposits and plaque from the walls of veins and arteries, improve viscosity of the blood, improve elasticity of the veins and arteries, treat varicose veins, and prevent the reoccurrence of plaque buildup. For more information, visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-78